song, you may have noticed there's a little commotion and hatred and evil going on in the world. And I heard this about 6-8 weeks ago. It's an original by one of our church members in Colorado. And I just thought, this needs to be sung. We are here to celebrate and to love one another, and we need to take this to the rest of the world, so we chose that for our opening tonight. The second one we're doing is kind of a prelude to the evening. It's called His Hands. Now, however you feel about Jesus Christ and his position in the world, we esteem him as our Savior and Redeemer, but the example he set, I hope we can be grateful for that example and then mirror our hands with the good that he did to help bless our Heavenly Father's children and the rest of the world. So that's why we chose that one for our second number. Our soloist, by the way, is going to be Sister Rachel Ryder here, and we're pleased to have her do this for us.
His mighty hands, gentle hands, and then they pierce them, they pierce them, he lets them because of love. From birth to death was selflessness, and clearly now I see him with his hands calling to me. And though I'm not yet as I would be, he has shown me how I could be. I will make my hands like those from
I'm Mark Haskett, and first of all, was that a beautiful rendering of music? You know, that's a beautiful expression of that tradition, and we have so many different expressions and different traditions here tonight. We will hear all of them in different languages and different traditions. And we've learned through events like these put on by the Interfaith Council to listen through the particulars to the common sentiments underneath. And why we're here tonight is because we're all in a spirit of gratitude this week. We're thankful for the Creator that made us all. And it's a sentiment that is in every tradition here tonight. And by the way, speaking of beautiful music, I'm seeing just a beautiful sight from where I stand of the diversity and the beauty in this community and in this country and in the different faces and the different traditions that are here tonight. So just a quick personal note. I have been honored to have done this for the past, including tonight, 21 years of this event. And it really has been just an extreme honor for me, and in a minute I'm going to have the honor of introducing our mayor. By the way, his name is spelled wrong in the... My fault. So I will be introducing him, but I did want to just make that quick comment that I have been so honored to be your MC, your kind of spirit guide through the various traditions that we've had up here, thanking one another, thanking our country, our communities, our Creator, our source, however those words work for you, and because the sentiment is the same. I want to also thank Jim Applegate and Bobby Fisher and the staff here at Redeemer Church for hosting this event tonight. It was great of them to offer. And kind of a stretch for people who haven't experienced this before. And so they're brave, they're courageous, and they're also beautiful examples of their own faith. So thanks to Redeemer Church for having this event tonight. I want to now introduce Ted Brandvold, not Brandevolt as I printed it, who wants to say a few things on behalf of the community of Modesto. Thanks for being here, Ted.
I just want to say good evening to everybody and welcome to the 21st Annual Stanislaus County Interfaith Thanksgiving Celebration. I want to thank everybody involved in putting on this evening's celebration, and I just can't tell you actually how much of an honor it is to be here in front of so many members and so many leaders of our faith community here. I'd also want to point out that aside from me as the mayor, we've got the Vice Mayor Manny Graywall in the audience here. Trying to look if we have any other dignitaries, but anyway, the Stanislaus County Interfaith Council, brings together Modesto area's diverse faith-based communities and is a testament to the fact that we have much more in common than we realize. We can bring peace to our world with leaders and events such as we have here. Events that bring Christians, Muslims, Jews, Hindus, Buddhists, Catholics, Latter-day Saints, Protestants, Sikhs, and more. And I hope I don't think I covered everybody, but hopefully I got everybody there. But, and brings more together and just giving thanks for our blessings and with the common goal of peace, harmony, and unity. I'm grateful to all of you who influence our community here, and I wish a very happy Thanksgiving and a wonderful holiday season, and may God bless you all. Thank you.
As I prepared for this evening's celebration, I kept thinking about pomegranates. You see, there's a pomegranate tree that grows next to my church's sanctuary. And as a church member informed me, because it gets too much moisture, the pomegranates split open on the tree, leaving the seeds exposed to birds and ministers who want an afternoon snack. Years ago, a member told me that the pomegranates weren't very good, so I actually hadn't even tried it until this year. And of course, it was the most delicious tasting pomegranate I've had, the perfect amount of sweet, tart crispness. And in the late afternoon, the golden autumn the sun hits the trees, making all those juicy, deep red seeds glint and sparkle. We live in a place where we can pluck sparkling, sweet, tart pomegranate seeds right off a tree. We live in a place full of so much beauty, so much deliciousness, so much abundance. And yes, of course, in food, but also of people and culture. We live in a valley that grows food that nurtures so many different communities of different religious, ethnic, and racial backgrounds. And connecting across these differences takes committed effort, intentionality, creativity, and patience. Tonight is both a celebration of these efforts ongoing and a call to deepen these connections. Tonight is a celebration of our community, of our communities, the abundance of people, cultures, and tradition that are planted just as firmly in this valley's soil as that pomegranate tree next to my church's sanctuary. So this evening, I call us together with Imtiaz Darker's poem, How to Cut a Pomegranate. Never, said my father, never cut a pomegranate through the heart. It will weep blood. Treat it delicately, with respect. Just slit the upper skin across 4 quarters. This is a magic fruit. So when you split it open, be prepared for the jewels of the world to tumble out. More precious than garnets, more lustrous than rubies, lit as if from inside. Each jewel contains a living seed. Separate one crystal, hold it up to catch the light. Inside is a whole universe, and no common jewel can give you this. Afterwards, I tried to make necklaces of pomegranate seeds. The juice spurted out bright crimson and stained my fingers and then my mouth. I didn't mind. The juice tasted of gardens I had never seen, voluptuous with myrtle, lemon, jasmine, and alive with parrot's wings. The pomegranate reminded me that somewhere I had another home. This evening, may we all be tender with each other's hearts. May we treat each other delicately and with respect. Let us nurture our varied roots, be mindful of one another's branches, and savor the fruits we so generously offer one another.
What a beautiful invocation, Darcy. The Unitarian Universalist Fellowship is on sort of the northern edge of Modesto, very vital, beautiful fellowship, beautiful people. Another community, I hope, Rabbi, that I'm not stealing some of your message tonight, that has been here for a long time, in fact, celebrating its 100-year anniversary in this community early next year. So I invite the folks from Congregation Beth Shalom up, and the rabbi.
The original Thanksgiving of the Pilgrims is believed to be their adaptation of the Festival of Sukkot, as described in the Hebrew Bible. We will be presenting a musical selection from Psalm 118. So Sukkot, which means the Festival of Harvest Huts, is a joyous holiday marked with meals in a specially constructed sukkah, a harvest hut. It also includes rain dances and the singing of psalms featuring the lulav and etrog, the palm branch, and 3 other sacred species, which we wave in an ancient mystical ritual of giving thanks for the bounty all around. Sukkot starts each year on the full moon of autumn and lasts 1 week. So here is our traditional presentation of Psalm 118 as experienced on the holiday of Sukkot. Hodu l'Adonai ki tov, ki le'olam chasto, yomarna, yomarna, yomarna Yisrael ki le'olam chasto, hodu l'Adonai ki tov, ki le'olam chasto, yomruna, yomruna, yomruna veit Aaron ki le'olam chasto, hodu l'Adonai ki tov, ki le'olam chasto, yomruna, yomruna, yomruna yare Adonai ki le'olam chasto, hodu l'Adonai ki tov, ki le'olam chasto. Thank you.
Representing not only the Roman Catholic community, but UOP.
My name is Jen Morrow, and this is my brother. He's home for Thanksgiving, so I got him to come up and sing with me. This is a song that's very close to my heart. It's a traditional hymn. It was written by a Jesuit priest. We both grew up singing this hymn at St. Patrick's Church out in Escalon. And the theme of tonight is giving thanks. And this is a song that I'm very thankful for personally. Ever since I was a little girl, just every time I would go into Mass and I would hear this song, just the idea of, in the chorus it says, like a shepherd, he feeds his flock and gathers the lambs in his arms, holding them carefully close to his heart, leading them home. And to this day, whenever I am overwhelmed and stressed out and worried about anything, those lyrics just really hit close to home for me. So yeah, this song is called Like a Shepherd.
Like a shepherd he feeds his flock and gathers the lambs in his arms, holding them carefully close to his heart, leading them home. Say to the cities of Judah, prepare the way of the Lord. Go to the mountaintop, lift your voice. Jerusalem, here is your God. Like a shepherd he feeds his flock and gathers the lambs in his arms, holding them carefully close to his heart, leading them home. I myself will shepherd them, for others have led them astray. The lost I will rescue and heal their wounds, and pasture them, giving them rest. Like a shepherd he feeds his flock and gathers the lambs in his arms, holding them carefully close to his heart, leading them home. Come unto me if you are burdened, and I will give you rest. Like a shepherd he feeds his flock and gathers the lambs in his arms, holding them carefully close to his heart, leading them home, leading them home.
Thank you.
We enjoyed very often hearing the ritual prayers of the Sikh tradition sung with the accompaniment of the harmonium and the drums. So I think you'll enjoy that too. For those of you who haven't noticed, we have translations for some of the foreign languages, not English, in English, that is, and invite you to read along with those prayers as they sing to us.
Good evening, everybody. एक पिता एक कस के हम बारक, तू मेरा गुरहाई। एक पिता एक कस के हम बारक, तू मेरा गुरहाई। सुन मीता जियो हमारा बल बल जासी। सुन मीता जियो हमारा बल बल जा। हर दर्शन दे हो दिखाई, हर दर्शन दे हो दिखाई। एक पिता एक कस के हम बारक, तू मेरा गुरहाई। एक पिता एक कस के हम बारक तू मेरा गुर हाय। सुन मीता तूरी को बल जाई, सुन मीता तूरी को बल जाई, एहो मन तेरा पाय, एहो मन तेरा पाय। एक पिता एक कस के हम बारक तू मेरा गुर हाय। एक पिता एक कस के हम बारक तू मेरा गुर हाय। पाव मलोवा मल मल तोवा, एह मन तैकू देसा, एह मन तैकू ए मन तैकू देसा, तैकू देसा। पाव मलोवा मल मल धोवा, एहो मन तैकू देसा। सुन मीता हाँ तेरी शरणाई आया, प्रभ मिलो देहो उपदेसा, प्रभ मिलो देहो उपदेसा। एक पिता एक कस के हम बारक तू मेरा गुर हाय। एक पिता एक कस के हम बारक तू मेरा गुर हाय। मान न कीजै शरण परीजै, मान न कीजै शरण परीजै, करै सो भला मनाइयै, करै सो भला मनाइयै। सुन मीता जियो पिंड सब तन अर्पीजै, सुन मीता जियो पिंड सब तन अर्पी, यो दर्शन हर जियो पाई, यो दर्शन हर जियो पाइयै। एक पिता एक कस के हम बारक तू मेरा गुर हाय। एक पिता एक कस के हम बारक तू मेरा गुर हाय, तू मेरा गुर हाय। भयो अनुग्रहो प्रसाद संतन कै, हर नामा है मीठा। भयो अनुग्रहो प्रसाद संतन कै, हर नामा है मीठा। जन नानक को गुर कृपा तारी, ਸਭ ਅਕੁਲ ਨਿਰੰਜਨ ਜਨ ਨਾਨਕ ਕਾ ਗੁਰ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਧਾਰੇ ਜਨ ਨਾਨਕ ਕੋ ਗੁਰ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਧਾਰੀ ਸਭ ਅਕੁਲ ਨਿਰੰਜਨ ਡੀਠਾ ਸਭ ਅਕੁਲ निरंजन ढीठा एक पिता एक कस के हम बारक तू मेरा गुरहाय एक पिता एक कस के हम बारक तू मेरा गुरहाय एक पिता एक कस के हम बारक तू मेरा गुरहाई तू मेरा गुरहाई तू मेरा गुरहाई। वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह। थैंक यू।
There are, in addition to our presence here tonight from various communities, there are some ethnic foods that some of our participants here tonight have brought with them. And you will not want to miss some of the samosas that the Sikh community has prepared. Lots of cookies, so when you leave after the celebration, I invite you to go up the steps to the right and enjoy some fellowship and food. We have together with us the Seventh-day Adventist Church and their youth choir. Thank you for being here. Every now and then we have sort of a theme emerge in these celebrations. Tonight it's music, but it's also children. And this is why we do this, for our next generation, to bring all of the communities together, to bring the world together as much as we can under the same roof, and to celebrate and be thankful for our children and for the future that we want to build for them. Thank you, Seventh-day Adventists, for being here.
We're so glad to be here this evening. As you can see, we have a lot of kids, and they're wearing their blue shirts. We have a kids' night program that happens every Monday night, and these kids come out regularly, and we sing some scripture songs. And so we're going to be sharing a couple of those with you, very short but very memorable. So if you feel yourself tapping to the beat or snapping your fingers, that's perfectly fine. We're just really glad to be a part of this family of faith in this Stanislaus County.
We are honored to have several monks from the Cambodian Buddhist Society with us tonight. This is a special honor, the venerable monks. I want to thank Dr. Van Prom and one of our board members, Lang Power, for helping to bring them here tonight, for arranging this special. Thank you so much. And we have translations on page 7. I invite you to read those sentiments. The language is Pali, which is the traditional language that the Buddha spoke and that his teachings have come down to us from, in that language, Pali. So as you meditate on those words and listen to their intoning, not only be mindful of the beautiful sentiments in these chants, but also on how we might give back to the community and how we might contribute actively by giving thanks in a way of supporting interfaith ministries, which will be our next item on the agenda. But just focus on the beauty of the meditations of our monks. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We come from Cambodian Buddhist temple in Modesto. We are very happy today being here, and we thank you inviting for this Thanksgiving ceremony. Today we are going to chant some blessing for you. We chant in Pali language. The Pali is the language spoken by the Buddha in India. Buddha, born over 2,600 years ago, still all the Theravada monks in the world, they chant in Pali language. We are going to chant some blessing for you and everybody in the world. And you will not, sometimes you will not understand the language, even though you will feel its vibration. Thank you very much. Thank you.
It's been a tradition with this celebration that we support the work of Interfaith Ministries. I was on the board many, many years ago, and it's still doing so much good work in this community, so necessary work. And another of our traditions that we have started is that we like to sing a song, and Stephen is going to help us do that. Do we have an accompanist tonight? We'll do a cappella, Stephen says. It's to a tune that many of you may know, Amazing Grace. But the words have been changed a little bit, written by Dan Damon, who was one of the first presidents of Interfaith Resources way back when that was the name of the organization. So Stephen, would you help us with that? And while we sing it, the rabbi and Pastor Michael are going to walk down these aisles and invite you to come forward with financial gifts, or if you have not put food into the barrels outside, in support of the fine work that they do. So as we sing, and as we continue to sing, there are some baskets up here. If you care to make a financial donation, Interfaith Ministries would be most grateful. We give you thanks.
Thank you so much, first of all, Redeemer, for hosting us. This is really meaningful, and it's always fun to visit a new place every year. And thank you to the SCIC for always bringing the community together, first and foremost, but also for honoring this partnership and relationship with Interfaith Ministries and our Feed Modesto programs. But lastly, I'm here to thank you for your offering that goes to actually actively and immediately feed the people of Modesto. We get in the nonprofit world, there's talk right now about moving away from funders and foundations and businesses. And there's this emphasis that they don't want to give to just serve these ongoing needs. Not the ongoing needs, we need outcomes and we need to move a needle and we need to make change. But in the meantime, there's a group of people that we always return to, the people who founded us, who support the needs of those that society has forgotten, those that privilege has never acknowledged, those children who are constantly what seems like paying for the sins of others, generation after generation. There are people in need right here and right now, and we may not move a needle every day, but we're feeding people, and that's important, and we can't do it without you. And so I think this is the appropriate time to let you know that Interfaith has, well, we've gone back and forth because people tell us we should move away from Interfaith as a name. They tell us we should take ministries out of the name, that we should not be many faiths. What are we doing? Who do we think we are? Instead of turning away from that, we've doubled down. We've decided that we're going to lean into our heritage as a group founded by an interfaith community, supported by an interfaith community, and serving an interfaith community. So you will be the first to hear our new mission statement. I'm going to make sure I get this right. But it was really long before also and boring, and it's a little bit better now, if I'm being honest. It is many faiths, one purpose, restoring dignity, health, and hope. And because of you, we can do that. Thank you.
We've asked many times, and we hope to have Native Americans with us every Thanksgiving celebration that we host. You can imagine why they're not excited about joining us because of the history. And we found out just last Thursday that the lodge that we were hoping to be with us could not be here. And we're trying to redefine Thanksgiving because it is not just an American holiday. It is something that we all do in our faiths, or those of us who don't have what we traditionally call faiths. We are still thankful for the blessings that we have. And just the ritual of doing that, of being thankful, is somehow uplifting and reaffirming. And although this, I had questions about trying to represent the Native American community, finding out that they would not be with us, although they have been. We have had representations from the Native American community. But I wanted to read you an Iroquois prayer that I found, and my wife found actually some time ago, and reflect on those words. And I want you to be thinking about that community. Because, the song before this, Get Right, this is a community that we haven't gotten right with. And Elizabeth serves other communities that we're not exactly right with. And we need to think of those communities on this occasion especially. From the Iroquois, we return thanks to our mother, the earth, which sustains us. We return thanks to the rivers and streams which supply us with water. We return thanks to all herbs which furnish medicines for the cure of our diseases. We return thanks to the moon and the stars which have given us light when the sun is gone. We return thanks to the sun that has looked upon the earth with a beneficent eye. And we return thanks to the Great Spirit, in whom is embodied all goodness, and who directs all things for the good of her children. I'd like to invite up someone who has been with us through the years, Vidu, and her new to the community friend, Usha Gupta to sing mantras and a devotional song. Again, the words are on page 7. Oh, can I just say one line when I found the translation for this that you sent? May we never think of what we have gotten, but what it is that we have contributed.
Namaste.
Namaste.
We will just say a universal prayer, and after that, Usha ji will sing a song, and the translation is on page 7.
Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschit dukh bhag bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
May everyone in the world be happy. May all be healthy and without illness and disease. May all see what is good and be friendly. And may no one suffer in any way.
इतनी शक्ति हमें देना दाता, मन का विश्वास कमजोर होना, हम चले नेक रास्ते पे हमसे भूल कर भी कोई भूल होना, इतनी शक्ति हमें देना दाता, मन का विश्वास कमजोर होना, दूर अज्ञान के हों अंधेरे, तू हमें ज्ञान की रोशनी दे, हर बुराई से बचते रहें हम, जितनी भी दे भली जिंदगी दे, बैर होना किसी का किसी से, भावना मन में बदले की होना, हम चले नेक रास्ते पे हमसे भूल कर भी कोई भूल होना, इतनी शक्ति हमें देना दाता, मन का विश्वास कमजोर होना, हम न सोचें हमें क्या मिला है, हम ये सोचें किया क्या है अर्पण, फूल खुशियों के हम बांटें सभी को, सबका जीवन ही बन जाए मधुबन, अपनी करुणा का दरिया बहा के, कर दे पावन हर एक मन का कोना, हम चले नेक रास्ते पे हमसे भूल कर भी कोई भूल होना, इतनी शक्ति हमें देना दाता, मन का विश्वास कमजोर होना, हम चले नेक रास्ते पे हमसे भूल कर भी कोई भूल होना, इतनी शक्ति हमें देना दाता, मन का विश्वास
कमजोर होना। नमस्ते।
The imam of the local Modesto Islamic Center has become a friend of mine. He is a peacemaker, and he has been with us for these past several years and is begun to be active with the rabbi of the local synagogue in recovering the Abrahamic family that they all descend from. It's about making peace. It's about being together and being thankful.
Good evening, and thank for the Redeemer Church for hosting this event. And I'll start by greeting you with the greeting in Islam, Assalamu alaikum, peace be upon you, or shalom. A praise and thanks are due to Him, who is the bestower of the uncountable blessings on us. As God says in the Holy Quran, and if you were to count God's blessings upon you, you will be unable to count them. Both the blessings that we are aware of and the blessings that we are unaware of. And I'm reciting 3 verses from the Holy Quran, and I'm going to translate them to English. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم وحشر لسليمان جنوده من الجن والإنس والطير فهم يوزعون حتى إذا أتوا على واد النمل قالت نملة يا أيها النمل ادخلوا مساكنكم لا يحطمنكم سليمان وجنوده وهم لا يشعرون فتبسم ضاحكا من قولها وقال رب أوزعني أن أشكر نعمتك التي أنعمت علي وعلى والدي وأن أعمل صالحا ترضاه وأدخلني برحمتك في عبادك الصالحين. These 3 verses are from the Holy Quran, from the chapter of ant, the crawling ant. The translation for these verses: and there were gathered before Solomon his army of jinns and men and birds, and they all were set in order. Till when they came to the valley of the ants, one of the ants said, O ants, enter your dwellings, lest Solomon and his army crush you, while they perceive not. So Solomon smiled, amused at her speech, and said, My Lord, inspire and bestow upon me the power and ability that I may be grateful for your favors which you have bestowed on me and my parents, and that I may do righteous good deeds that will please you, and admit me by your mercy among your righteous slaves. And why I'm using an example of a personality that is considered from the children of Israel, while Mark has said some words of thanks from the Islamic faith. It is one of the pillars of faith in Islam that the Muslim believe in all the prophets and messengers from Adam, Noah, Abraham, Ishmael, Isaac, Jacob, Solomon, Moses, Jesus, and Muhammad, peace be upon them all. Back again to Solomon. Solomon was granted this blessing of hearing an ant, advising other ants to go to their dwellings, lest Solomon and his army crush them. This statement from the ant stopped him. He smiled, And then he supplicated, "My Lord, inspire and bestow upon me the power and ability that I may be grateful, thankful for your favors which you have bestowed on me and my parents." This is the meaning of servitude to the Creator, God, the Lord of heavens and earth. Neither wealth or power must prevent a person or a community or a country or a society from praising and thanking the Lord. In Islam, giving thanks is a trait of a human being, and it is also the trait of God. Giving thanks from the human means the recognition of the favors bestowed upon us. And thanks from God is the reward of eternal bliss and the countless blessings we receive daily, and the harm we are protected from that we do not even know we may be shielded from. Giving thanks is the quality of the believers, and it is the source of all goodness. And here's some verses from the Holy Quran about thanks. God said, "If you give me thanks, I will give you more." God also says, "And we have enjoined on man to be dutiful and good to his parents. His mother bore him in weakness and hardship upon weakness and hardship. And his weaning is in 2 years. Give thanks to me and to your parents, and to me is the final destination." There are many special prayers that the Prophet Muhammad taught his companions, as his companions relay them to the generations coming after him, to keep Muslims on the path of gratitude and thankfulness. In Islam, there is a special prayer for almost everything, giving thanks and gratitude to God. When wearing a new garment, when waking up in the morning, when reaching the night in the time of rain, when visiting the sick person, when feeding a hungry person, when having a new baby, and we're returning from a journey. And some of the statements of the Prophet giving thanks, he used to pray so much that his feet used to become swollen. And when he was asked to why he prays so much, he would say, "Shall I not be a thankful servant to God?" And he also said, "Those who do not thank people, they do not thank God." And he also said, "Indeed, God is satisfied from his servant when he eats a bite of food and praises him for it, and when he has a sip of water and praises him for it." Respected men and women, children, there are daily news, stories of injustice, war, famine, natural disasters, tragedies, and oppression happening here in our country and all over the world. Media news and social media spreading hate and animosity, which is leading to racism and dehumanizing others. And we ask, what are the teachings of Moses? What are the teachings of Muhammad? What are the teachings of Jesus, peace be upon them all? What is the guidance of our religions in this world, and bringing the religion practically in our daily life? As the heart and the tongue give thanks to God, the body limbs must give too. I encourage myself and you not to hesitate, to stand with justice when you are called to it, with the oppressed when they are demanding your support, to stop the hate, to feed the hunger, to shelter the homeless, to cure our ignorance, and to give up our arrogance, and to spread peace. And may you all go tonight with peace. Thank you.
As I invite Steve Reddy up again with his combined choirs, I want to acknowledge another council person that I just became aware of here. Christy Ayu is here, sitting with Manny. Thank you for being here. I want to acknowledge also the presence of the humanist community with us tonight, who are sometimes presenters. Troy Spears, thank you for being with us. The Congregational Church and the Church of the Brethren are what are sometimes called historic peace churches. They have a very powerful story to tell in their song tonight. Steve, I'm going to let you introduce, Stephen, how this song came to be.
We go back to Emmanuel AME Church, Charleston, South Carolina, June 2015. 13 had gathered that evening for a weekly prayer meeting. Dylan Roof, in an attempt to start a race riot, killed 9 of those present, later arrested and confessed. Chris Singleton, whose mother was killed, was playing in a summer baseball game. Later, Chris was informed something bad had happened at the church. Chris consulted with his older sister, and the next morning, he appeared at a media event, speaking to a very large crowd. Essentially, he said, "We do not seek revenge or violence. Instead, we choose love. My family has already forgiven the killer." Chris, in deep mourning for the tragic loss of his mother and others, was intent on avoiding further violence as a result of the shooting spree. And so this evening, out of that experience and many others recently, we sing, "I Choose Love," as our response to violence, ignorance, and hate.
I choose love.
to invite forward the pastor of this church, our host tonight, to say a few concluding words, and then we have a few words to say ourselves.
So my name is Jim. I'm one of the pastors on staff here at Redeemer, and we just want to say welcome to you. Thanks for coming tonight. Redeemer has tried to be a DMV church in Modesto. Has anything good ever come out of the DMV, you might ask? Has it? Has anything good come out of the Department of Motor Vehicles? I'm sure over the last 5 years, every single one of us has visited the DMV or interacted with them in some way. And I think, we used to say DMV because we wanted to be downtown, and everybody feels welcome downtown. Sometimes people, if we moved our church out to the suburbs, some people don't feel welcome out there. Some people from that side of the tracks or this side of the tracks or whatever. But like the DMV, everybody feels welcome down here. White, black, Hispanic, it doesn't matter who you are. Rich, poor, man, woman, it doesn't matter. You're going to the DMV at some point in your life, right? And so that's who Redeemer's tried to be. And I thought of a couple more things about the DMV that I love, is the fact that not only do they accept everybody, but they serve everybody. Don't they? They may not agree with you, and you may not agree with them, but they serve you. And you get served there. And we want to be that sort of a church in our community where we may not agree, but we're going to serve and we're going to accept. And I was thinking, there's, like Mark said earlier, some churches would take a lot of flack for hosting a service like this. And it is true. And I've got several phone calls from people around the community asking what's going on. And I say, well, we really do believe in the idea of coexist. And that really makes some people wrestle. What do you mean by that, coexist? And I said, well, don't misunderstand me. We believe in coexist. We don't necessarily believe in co-believe. There's a difference, isn't there? While we may not necessarily affirm what each other believes, that's co-believe, we do believe in coexist, which means we affirm the humanity and the imago Dei in each one of us, the fact that God has made us in his image. And so tonight, we just want to say thank you for coming. Thank you for being a part of this. You are valued, you are respected, you are honored, you are cherished. We are so glad that you have come tonight to be a part and to really just be in the building that Redeemer calls home. And we say thank you for that. And we hope that just like the DMV serves you, that if you are ever in need, that you will feel accepted here and that we can serve you in any way that we can, because that's what we want to be in our community. So I'm going to say a final blessing. May the Lord keep you. May he cause his face to shine upon you. May you and your family have a great time of Thanksgiving, knowing that you're all precious people, precious to one another. And thank you for being here tonight. I'm going to welcome Scott. Is that okay if I do that, Mark? Can I welcome Scott and our worship band, and we're going to sing Amazing Grace as our final song tonight. So thank you.
I would like us all to stand up and to turn to page 5 in the program tonight. We like to hear one another's voices, all of us together simultaneously, saying a few words that might sum up some of what you heard tonight. And that is this interfaith benediction. So if you will say along with me, as we go forth from this celebration tonight, may the God known by many names be a unifying presence to us all. May the meaning behind our words of thanks inspire in us the universal language of loving kindness. As we gather at our Thanksgiving table this week, enriched by the blessings of this land, may we remember those who are less fortunate and who go hungry. And may we become a means for the Lord of all to bless them as others have blessed us. Shalom, salam, shanti, peace. Namaste. So thank you. You're welcome to stay and listen to another rendition of Amazing Grace. And you're welcome to visit the loft where all the refreshments are and meet some people that you've never met before. Thank you for coming, everyone.
Sing along if you know it. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace, 'twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear the hour I first believed. My chains are gone, I've been set free. My God, my Savior, His ransom me. And like a flood, His mercy reigns, unending love, amazing grace. See, the Lord has promised good to me. The Lord has promised good to me. His word, my hope secures. He will my shield and portion be, as long as life endures. My chains are gone. My chains are gone. I've been set free. My God, my Savior, His ransom me. And like a flood, His mercy reigns, unending love, amazing grace. Sing, the earth shall soon dissolve like snow. The earth shall soon dissolve like snow. The sun forbear to shine, but God who called me here below will be forever